Hi bestie! Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Zami and I am a Filipina currently living here in Denmark as an au pair. So moving to Denmark as a Filipino sounds impossible, but I actually did it through au pair program. And in this video, I will show you exactly how it works and the reality that no one talks about. Just a quick story about me. Year 2023, I moved to Norway to be an au pair. So nagstay ako doon for 2 years. And then after 2 years, I moved here in Denmark to be an au pair again. Disclaimer lang, I'm not an expert. I'm just sharing what I have experienced and what I've learned from my friends. First, what is an au pair? So, an au pair is someone who will live with a Danish family. So, titira ka sa isang pamilya dito sa Denmark, tutulong ka sa pag-aalaga ng mga anak nila at sa gawaing bahay 30 hours per week. In return, yung family na yon is magpro-provide sila ng libreng tirahan, libreng pagkain, at may monthly allowance ka. Plus, kung gusto mo mag-aral ng language nila is babayaran talaga nila. Okay, bestie, it is not a normal job. It is actually a cultural exchange program. But I'll be honest to you guys that it still feels like a job kasi tutulong ka talaga sa gawaing bahay tsaka pag-aalaga ng bata 30 hours per week. And then, may mga host family talaga dito na hindi sumusunod sa kontrata. So, yung au pair minsan overwork, yung iba naman is something like hindi sila belong sa family. Alam niyo yun na parang DH talaga yung turing sa kanila. That's why, if gusto nyo mag-au pair, kailangan alam nyo kung ano yung papasukin nyo, ano ba yung responsibility ng au pair, ano ba yung rights ng au pair, para maiwasan natin yung mga ganitong scenario. Okay, let's proceed. Ano ba yung requirements to be an au pair dito sa Denmark as a Filipino? So, age limit, kailangan yung 18 to 29 years old. Hindi kasal, walang anak, plus marunong kang magsalita ng basic English. And then, kailangan mo din may passport ka. If qualified ka to become an au pair dito sa Denmark, ang next step mong gagawin is you will look for a family. Yes, maghahanap ka ng host family dito sa Denmark kasi doon ka titira sa kanila and sila yung magbibigay ng kontrata para makapunta ka dito sa Denmark. To be real, bestie, this is the hardest part to become an au pair kasi mahirap maghanap ng host family if you are straight from the Philippines. Yes, kasi nga, syempre, ang dami ng kompetensya, ang dami na nakakaalam about au pair, and then most of the family gusto nila yung nasa Europe na para siguro less gastos na din. Hindi ko sinasabi na walang chance. There's still a chance, bestie. Kasi marami naman ako nakikilala dito sa Black App na nakahanap sila ng host family. Even though medyo matagal, but still possible talaga. Tip ko lang sa paghahanap ng host family, lahat ng agencies, website, applyan nyo. Kasi you never know, isa dyan, baka nandyan yung host family nyo, 'di ba? Huwag lang kayong mag-stick sa isang agency. At the same time, gandahan nyo yung profile nyo. Especially, i-highlight nyo talaga na meron kayong experience sa kids and then sa gawaing bahay. If you can do like a day in my life, like video or PowerPoint, lagyan nyo yung mga picture nyo doon. So, I think it's better para makita nila yung actual na ginagawa mo. I know you will ask me where to find host family Zami. So, there are 3 ways to find a host family. First is through legit online website. Second, through agencies. Third is through recommendations. I will make a separate video about this para enumerate ko sa inyo yung mga agencies na pwede nyong applyan. So stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe on my channel. Sa paghahanap ng host family bestie, make sure magtanong kayo about the responsibility ng au pair, ano ba yung expectation nila sa au pair, and then kung may previous au pair ba sila, para alam nyo kung red flag ba sila or green flag as a host family. Kasi syempre, kailangan nating maging maingat para naman maging maganda yung experience natin dito sa Europe. Once you found a host family, doon na magsa-start yung process. Okay, nakalimutan ko kanina, about the expenses pala, bestie. Wala siyang placement fee kapag nahanap mo yung host family sa mga online websites. But, yung plane ticket, visa fee, kailangan nyo i-discuss with the host family. Kasi usually, if you are from Philippines, yung host family talaga yung magbabayad niyan kasi nasa kontrata. But, meron akong naririnig na mga ibang au pair na hati daw sila ng host family. For example, yung host family sa plane ticket and then yung au pair naman sa visa fee. Which is, during interview, wag nyo talagang kalimutan na itanong yan sa kanila para may idea kayo. Kasi sa case ko naman is wala talaga akong pinayaran. Almost 5,000 pesos lang yung nagastos ko for pocket money since yung host family ko talaga ang nag-shoulder lahat from Philippines hanggang Europe. Wala akong binayaran. Only pocket money. Okay, next, if finally nakahanap na kayo ng host family and na-discuss nyo na lahat about the expenses and everything, so doon na magsa-start yung process. All you have to do is kailangan nyo i-prepare yung mga documents, kagaya ng passport mo, ng PSA mo, NBI, optional if kailangan, PSA, and then Senomar if kailangan, optional lang din. And then, kailangan mo ng high school diploma. Yan yung mga basic requirements na kailangan mo. And then, may mga requirements ka din na kailangan from your host family. So, yung host family mo is magbibigay din sila ng mga requirements para maka-apply ka sa Danish Embassy. So, if meron kang agency, yung agency is tutulungan ka naman nila sa pagpaprocess. So, mas mabilis yung buhay kapag may agency. Okay, let's talk about money because I know you are curious kung may pera bang matatanggap ang au pair, may sahod ba. Okay, ganito yun, bestie. Walang natatanggap na sahod ang au pair, but we called it allowance. May natatanggap kami na pera, pero allowance yun. Yung allowance na yun is yun yung gagamitin natin to explore Europe, to explore Denmark, to hang out, ganun. Yun yung pera na gagamitin namin. So, as an au pair, wala kang sahod, and then, hindi din malaki yung allowance. Pero, libre na din yung tirahan mo, libre naman yung pagkain mo, and then paid naman yung language classes mo. At the same time, most naman dito sa mga host family is sineshoulder nila yung data subscription nyo or yung mobile data. And then, may mga host din naman na sineshoulder din yung transportation mo around Denmark. So, depende sa ano ba yung mga benefits na ibibigay nila. But as an au pair, ang pinaka secured talaga is libre yung bahay mo, libre yung pagkain mo, libre yung language class mo, and meron kang health insurance. So, kung magpa-check up ka dito, okay lang. Denmark is very expensive country, bestie. So, don't expect talaga na malaki yung pera mo dito. So, segue ko lang, may nagtatanong kasi sa akin usually sa live if makakapagpadala ba sa Pilipinas kung allowance lang yung natatanggap ng au pair. Actually, yes naman. Ako personally, nakakapagpadala naman ako sa Pilipinas pero hindi siya ganun kalaki. On the budget lang yung pinapadala ko since nga wala naman akong sahod na natatanggap dito sa Denmark. And dapat to become an au pair, alam mo yung purpose kung bakit ka dito nag-au pair. It is not just kasi kailangan mong tumulong sa pamilya mo sa Pilipinas. I know na mahirap yung buhay sa Pilipinas, but hindi ko masasuggest na ang pagiging au pair is yung maging sagot para makatulong ka or ma-lift up mo yung family mo sa poverty. So, au pair is a cultural exchange program. You are here to immerse yourself sa culture nila, to explore the Europe, explore Denmark. So, dapat nandito ka kasi gusto mong mag-enjoy. And then, at the same time, yun na nga, ma-discover yung culture nila dito. Next, bestie, this is the part most videos don't tell about this experience. Kasi yung experience mo as an au pair is nakadepende yan sa host family. Personally, ako, since nag-au pair ako sa Norway, mabait yung host ko doon, sumusunod sa kontrata, and masasabi ko talaga na napunta ako sa one of the best host family na na-experience ko, how cultural exchange works. And then, dito naman sa Denmark, ganun din. And I'm so lucky kasi nakahanap din ako ng mabait na host family, sumusunod sa kontrata, and at the same time, they treat me as a family. But, ganun na nga is hindi lahat ng au pair kagaya ng experience ko. Kasi kung ang experience ko ay maganda, may mga au pair naman na naaabuso sila. May mga au pair talaga na ginagawa talaga silang katulong, nagiging mukhang DH na sila, and at the same time, hindi talaga sila tinitreat as an family. So, yun yung mga usually na nangyayari about au pair program. Kasi both au pair and family is something, alam nyo na, hindi na pag-uusapan kasi ganito, ganyan. So, that's why I would say na kailangan nyo talagang maging mindful sa paghahanap ng host family. As much as possible, kung meron silang previous au pair, try to interview also the previous au pair para malaman nyo kung ano bang klase sila na host family. Ang challenges na na-experience ko as a Filipina na nag-move dito sa Denmark, syempre homesick. Syempre, namimiss ko talaga yung Pilipinas kasi iba yung environment, yung weather, at the same time yung cultural differences. Magkaiba talaga, bestie. And then, syempre, especially kapag winter, mafe-feel depressed ka talaga, lonely, and then marami kang na-overthink, ganun. But, as a au pair naman, marami naman siyang benefits kasi syempre ma-experience mo to live here internationally sa Europe, and at the same time as an au pair may opportunity ka to travel around Europe kagaya ng Paris, Switzerland, Germany, sa mga gusto mong country na mapuntahan. Okay, how long should I stay here in Denmark? So, yung kontrata natin as an au pair dito sa Denmark is maximum 2 years. So, 2 years ka dito magsistay sa family. So, yun, after 2 years, kailangan mo mag-move out unless if may mahanap ka na visa. For example, mag-switch ka after au pair to student visa or to working visa. My biggest advice sa mga aspiring au pairs are do your own research. Mag-research talaga kayo about au pair. Choose your host family carefully. So, avoid red flags, look for green flag. Be mentally prepared, and then don't believe what you see online because it can be an amazing experience if you find the right situation. So, yun lang, bestie. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like my video. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for my upcoming vlog about au pair. Bye!